Hey guys, Bl'Artagnan here. Lufania can be a stressful place, with giant dragons that hit you with all the most overpowered debuffs that we've ever had access to, which feels kinda lame, but I guess, that's a bizarre form of justice, I suppose. In any event, I'm here to provide you with a sense of deep tranquility and serenity as you go about fighting these terrible beasts and cleansing like mad. Think of this as a sort of spiritual cleansing. This is the DFFOO Guided ASMR Sleep Experience for Spiritual Tranquility, Harmonious, Rebalancing, and Character Growth. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to be throwing some gems at Yuna here because, as mentioned, we're looking at a very toxic fight, and who doesn't love Yuna? I'm going to start off with the free daily draw, which will definitely give us nothing, but it's part of the ritual. It's part of the daily practice of bettering yourself and your roster. So it looks like we're in for a pretty laggy night. That's okay. We are in no rush. This banner isn't going anywhere. We will simply use it as an opportunity to observe the moment, to practice our awareness, the sensations we feel. As the anticipation builds, because we are beginning with a gold orb here, I actually need Yuna's EX as well. I have the tokens for it, but I think my overall inner peace will be well served to not need to token the EX. So we're hoping that's where we end up. As mentioned, we're just going to be using these lulls between pulls to regather our senses and ensure that we're kind of feeling a sense of balance and not overly leaning, so to speak, in the metaphorical sense. As exciting as it can be to have a gold orb that gives us Locke's EX and Yuna's EX, it's reasonably exciting. The more you lean, the easier it is to fall. So we want to remain spiritually upright and balanced, as I keep saying. 3 gold orbs in a row, that is a very rewarding feeling. We're, of course, practicing our pulls with a sense of gratitude and acceptance, not feeling like we are owed or obligated anything by the universe. It gives us what we need. Whether that's what we want or not is not up to us to decide. The second EX, I'll take those power stones. The important thing, though, is not to put an excessive amount of pressure on ourselves to get what we're looking for from the banner. If you don't luck into the burst during your first 10 multis or something, that's okay. Nothing in this game is absolutely necessary. You get what you need, and that's going to be enough to get you through content. My neighbor is apparently building a deck next door and is drilling. I hope you can't hear that. It's having an impact on my own personal sense of inner peace, but I will say that goes a long way to ameliorating that sensation. Not bad at all. So, there we go, 5 multis. So I'll certainly accept that. My gem stash has taken a pretty significant hit in the past few banners, mostly due to Vaughn, which I'm practicing the how do you put it? Not technique. I'm trying not to hold regrets about my pull decisions, and so I'm not in denial regarding the decision to go to BT Pity on the Vaughn banner. I'm not beating myself up about it. I'm not crying into my pillow about it. That most certainly isn't happening, and any claims that it might be are, of course, spurious and not to be believed. That was, I think, kind of a Final Fantasy X pun, but not really. So I'm not taking, not going to take credit for that one. Spurious? Is that the word? When you're in a deeply meditative state, it's important not to get hung up on the pronunciation of different words. It's a very easy thing to do in this day and age where everyone is calling Titus Titus and vice versa, or calling the protagonist of Final Fantasy IX anything other than Zidane. But even still, it's important to not get hung up on such earthly concerns. We're trying to be in the world without necessarily being of the world, in the spiritual sense. Goodness gracious, I need more ingots. Where did they all go? That's a little bit concerning. I guess I know where my hunt tokens are going. Well, I'm not going to be too shaken up by that. It's merely a speed bump on the road to purpling every character in the game over the course of however long it takes. And that's part of the journey. You have to enjoy the journey you're on. Because if you're not enjoying the journey, what's the point of reaching the destination? How good can that destination be if you're spending the entire time trudging there just griping and moaning about it? Well, I think that about does it for me. I'm feeling quite at peace, and I hope you are too. By this point, you have most definitely drifted off to sleep, so with that, I wish you pleasant dreams and a blessed week.